All right, let's go. Episode 2, Tanya the Evil. What's this? 23rd... What? Oh, fuck me. They're going to do time travel, aren't they? They're going to fucking do time... Of course they do time travel. Speaking of time travel... You know what? Let's go on that later. I was going to talk about the start of World War One, the Archduke. And that's one of the conspiracy theories is that time travelers prevented his original assassination. When you really think about it, the Archduke is driving his car and his driver just so happens to turn out of the planned route and dodges a grenade. So he breaks the plan and ends up dodging a grenade, which is like, fuck, what the hell? What are the odds? But get this. That's the first instance of time travel. The second instance of time travel is when he pulls up somewhere randomly to pick up something, and the guy that was planning to assassinate him just so happens to be at the same spot and bam, shoots him. Which makes you wonder, if the first instance of time travel was to prevent World War One from starting, what the fuck must he have done to make them send a second person to finish the job? Oh, fuck, there's nothing on screen. See the importance of having me read chat? I might have just watched the entire episode and you guys would not be able to see anything. We had this conversation before regarding sociopathy and psychopathy within society, and we discussed that psychopaths within our day and age actually strive in competitions such as corporate politics, doctors, and things like that, because they're able to make decisions that typical people cannot because they lack the empathy. So they make the rational decision from a numbers standpoint, like firing 1,000 people to save the company $5,000 a year. Whereas the typical person will feel for those 1,000 people and would rather cost the company $5,000 of profit to have 1,000 people have a job. Whereas the psychopath doesn't feel that empathy, so he can just make that decision, bam, which is why they make excellent CEOs. Over 90% of the CEOs of Fortune 500 companies are actually psychopaths in the most recent study done. What's this? What? What's this? What's this? What was the book? Improve your skills more than ever. Career support book. What you need to... He was on what's called performance improvement or performance monitoring, which is effectively how companies legally kick people out of the company. They can't legally fire you nowadays, especially in places like Australia. But if you're underperforming, they put you on performance review, where they try to assist you in improving your performance. And that basically means they're watching you. And if you keep fucking up, they just... Well, basically they do this. They're just like, well, you're missing work, you're underperforming, therefore you're unable to do what you're hired to do, therefore you're not fulfilling your job, therefore please fuck off. That's basically what they do. Most people actually hate this job having to do that. You know, a lot of companies actually hire someone to be a manager in a team with knowing full well that they're going to have to fire that team. It's so much easier to hire someone, get them to fire the team, and then get rid of them because they're no longer necessary than doing it themselves and lowering morale within the company. I've seen it happen twice in my one. How did we get here? Freedom of choice. Oh! Wow. I mean, this is why I have trust issues and why I don't stand close to that. But anyway. So what happened? Something froze time? One indeed. What? Oh! That conversation we just had. Oof. You're thinking at a three-dimensional point of view. What if God is just a four-dimensional being and time is irrelevant because he can come and go as he pleases? As whereas for us three-dimensional beings, it's linear. But if God is an omnipotent being that knows everyone and everything, why would this conversation even be necessary? But then you can have the counter argument that God's omnipotence is only due to the fact that he is a fourth dimensional being and has access to all the different possibilities. God, we're going deep! Someone's been drinking the acid a little too hard. But if there is a reincarnation, that would explain why so many people act like NPCs. Because if you really think about it, if reincarnation started a while ago, we didn't have a population of billions. We had a population of less than millions. So the people being reincarnated as different things will eventually be less than the number of humans. So in order to fill the gaps, they would just have to create beings that look like humans, but aren't actually humans or able to have independent thought, which would actually explain why our society is so fucked up. People just do as they're told and conditioned. So that would actually make a lot of sense. A lot of people just go beep boop. What? Overlord? Oh my god. That is beautiful. When's season 4 coming out? Wait, why is he able to move his finger? Okay, this really fucks me up. like this really fucks me up. Like this really fucks me up. Like just look at their eyes. This fucks me up. Like this beyond fucks me up. You just fucked yourself. What? The fuck? So is he alive or dead? Oh god, no. Ah, fuck. That explains the fate. It's like Colonel Armstrong, but like a girl. Wait, so you got reincarnate. Wait, this isn't the past, is it? This is the future. Oh, fuck me. Unified year 1913, outskirts of Imperial. Oh, okay, so it's unified year. What did they mean by unified year? What did you do? Oh, so it's just one of the parallel worlds. Well, that's what you get for being a little shit. So you get reincarnated, and you get told that you won't get a second reincarnation, and instead of learning your lesson and developing some empathy, you join the military and you try to work your way up to a rank where you get a cushy lifestyle at the capital. Okay. Why not? What did you do? Oof. See, the logic of that is that you're not just punishing this person for their particular outburst, which you are, but you're also sending an example to discourage all the other soldiers present from making the same mistake. And then they will in turn disseminate that experience amongst the other ranks, and everyone understands the importance of following rules. This is something that was again taken from the Art of War. It was probably done before, but I'll tell you the story. The emperor pretty much got Sun Tzu into his chambers, and he heard that he was a brilliant tactician and all these other things. And, of course, the emperor wanted to make sure that this guy was legit. And, of course, Sun Tzu, and of course, I'm paraphrasing because this was in Chinese many, many years ago and it was translated multiple times. And he's like, of course I can. It's like, and the emperor says, you can turn anyone into soldiers. And Sun Tzu said, of course I can. And then the emperor said, you can instill discipline to anyone. Anyone can become a military unit. And Sun Tzu says, of course they can. So the emperor says, even my concubines. And concubines were pretty much his attractive hostesses that he would, do things with, like they were spoilt to shit. They were basically the prettiest girls of the land that were brought to the emperor's palace, that would live a lavish lifestyle, have whatever they want, eat whatever they want, and all they would have to do is dance and entertain the emperor. And Sun Tzu said, of course I can. And the emperor said, okay, I put them under your command. And Sun Tzu simply asked for swords. And so the swords, of course, were given to him, and the swords were given to the concubines. And so Sun Tzu basically said, who is the eldest of you? And of course, the eldest concubine in her fine robes said, me. And says, you're in charge. Get them in formation. And she sort of giggled, and all the other concubines giggled, and they were like, hey. Sun Tzu literally took his sword and cut her head off. He then asked, who is the next eldest in line? And the room was dead silent. You could drop a pin. And this concubine basically said, I am. And he said, you are in charge. Get them in formation. And they got into formation. Remember the art of war. Vlad the Impaler had a different way of doing it. We all know who Vlad the Impaler is. He is the inspiration for Dracula and also Helsing, Ultimate Alucard. But he had a very good one. He had his fortress, and he had guards stationed in the fortress. And good old Vlad had many ways of testing his men, including leaving a gold chalice in the town fountain from which anyone could drink off. But if should anyone steal it, well, you don't want to know. But I've got many stories from old Vlad, but I will share this one with you. Anyways, one night Vlad was walking through his castle and he was walking through the dungeons, which at the time were empty, but nevertheless the dungeons had a guard. And one of the guards had fallen asleep because, let's face it, guarding an empty dungeon doesn't really seem that important. And so what did Vlad do? He had the guard impaled. So for the next few nights, all you would hear was the screams of this guard. And if you know anything about impalement, you don't actually die from the impalement itself, because this huge pike is actually, put through your thighs, and it just basically goes through you and comes out from your chest. But the beautiful thing about that method of execution is that it actually closes up the wound, and you really die of dehydration. You don't actually bleed out, you actually dehydrate. So in the first day, you're screaming, begging, in pain, and by the second and third day, you're basically too weak until you rot, and after that. So basically, the first night, none of the guards would sleep because they could hear the screams of the guard that went to sleep the previous night. And so one of the people basically asked Vlad, why did you do that? You've lost yourself a guard. And he's like, well, this guard was asleep. It's like, but what's the point of doing that? He's like, well, the next guard will never fall asleep, will he? Vlad had a very unique interpretation of the art of war, but he understood it, which is why he could always win his battles with a much smaller force, because he understood the art of war. Always remember the art of war. Warrant officer, wow. She moved through the ranks. He, she, whatever. This is like Attack on Titan with the title. That's what it feels like. What the fuck? They're in the medieval times but having TV news report? I can't make sense of this technology. The guns are World War One, but the television is like much older. It's like, oh, okay. Nani? Well, congratulations on your promotion. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take out the front garage, and then take out the rear carriage, and then burn the entire forest around them. You'll either create an oven, burn them to death, or they'll basically suffocate to death from the carbon monoxide. I mean dioxide. Sorry, monoxide is poisoning from the carbon. There is no carbon in wood. Or is there? I don't know. Either way. Alright, take out the front. Did you take out the front? Now take out the rear. Yeah, so the first shot is always to get your targeting, and then the other ones are a bombardment. Did you take out the front and the rear? Take out the rear. Take out the rear. Ah, you're getting jammed. Ah, you got jammed. Foolish. I'd say you're getting engaged. Oh, fuck that. 10 minutes? Ha! You just got fucked. How's that for an easy life? I find it interesting how whenever faced with death, everyone prays. That's not how God works. You kill your enemy and then beg for forgiveness. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Shit, son. Why are you getting close? You have rifles, fuck's sake. Idiots. Oh. Melee. Oh. Oh. Ho, ho. Human shield. Human shield. Human shield. Oh shit, son. What is her goal? What? I didn't realize this was Afghanistan. Did she use a shield? Oh, she did. Wow. 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 You got fucked, didn't you? Don't tell me you got demoted. Wunderbar. You just fucked yourself. What'd you expect? Ooh, Herr Doctor. What are you making? This is so ReZero. Imagine the brownie points you would get for self-destructing yourself to take the enemy out and them thinking that you didn't know that you would survive. You would get immeasurable brownie points. Wait, is this like telling me of the next episode or the previous? I gotta be careful. Fab, you gotta help me out. I'm looking at comments a little bit higher because I don't want to risk spoilers. You gotta tell me, is this gonna be a thing to tell me about the next episode, or is this just the post credits? Post credits? Alright, cool. Oh, so you thought. Fuck! Fuck's sake. Do a spot! If I don't get some Knights Templar, I'm gonna be disappointed. If I don't get some bloody Knights Templar in the next episode, I'm gonna be disappointed. Oh, okay. Let's take a quick break. I'm gonna play another Saboteur. You know what? They said Templar. What's a good Templar one? I think there is a Templar song by Sabaton. I might as well. I think it was called... No, it wasn't Bismarck. That's the one about the Bismarck. It's a good one, but... Alright, see all. It doesn't actually show me the songs that I like. Man, who do I have to kill? Great War, no, not Prima Victoria, not Bismarck, definitely not the Final Solution, not Shiroyama, not Sparta, the Price of a Mile. That's not the Templar one. Is this the one? Art of War, no, that's a good one. Unbreakable, no, that's not it. Oh, come on, where's the Templar one?
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.